Okay, yesterday we talked about adjectives and how adjectives describe nouns. And then we made a resource for you to use when you start writing so that you could use better adjectives and better descriptive words to make your writing not just better, but so your audience can actually feel a part of your story. Okay, that's what adjectives do. When you describe it more, then your audience feels more a part of your story. Okay, so today we are going to practice that. First, we're going to practice identifying adjectives, and then we're going to make a paragraph better by adding descriptive phrases, comparisons, and adjectives. So, first of all, I have two paragraphs. They're both called the Hot Fudge Sundae. Let me read this first one. On the table was a delicious dessert. It was a macadamia nut brownie with 2 scoops of ice cream. 1 scoop was chocolate and 1 scoop was vanilla. The sundae was topped with hot fudge, chopped walnuts, and a maraschino cherry. I can't wait to eat it. Okay, that is a good paragraph. It tells me like what kind of brownie it is, so it uses adjectives there. It tells me what kind of ice cream. So it's not too simple of a paragraph. However, there's another one that uses all of the senses. So, like, think about describing how it smells, how it tastes, what it looks like, and using those descriptive phrases so that your audience can actually visualize what and almost even taste what the hot fudge sundae tastes like just by reading your paragraph. So, let's read this next one, and you tell me if you can notice a difference. It's about the same hot fudge sundae. We just added more. In front of me on the table sat a beautiful pure white bowl, simplistic in design, hiding a delicious surprise inside. In the bowl was hidden something that was not so pure. However, the irresistible treat was worth every calorie that I knew it contained. As I looked inside, I saw on the bottom of the bowl a hot, tender brownie loaded with macadamia nuts. I knew from past experience that the nuts had a creamy and smooth texture, almost like white chocolate. On top of the brownie were 2 firmly packed scoops of ice cream, laying side by side, each one a different flavor. The scoop on the right was a rich vanilla, flecked with dark specks of vanilla bean. The scoop on the left was a dark, smooth, bittersweet chocolate. The scoops were just starting to melt tiny rivers of melted cream down the sides of the hot brownie, pooling on the bottom of the pure white bowl. These scoops of ice cream were draped with the magnificent, rich, hot fudge sauce. Topping the heavenly sauce was the ideal amount of whipped cream that went perfectly with the rich dessert below. The whipped cream was topped with a shower of chocolate sprinkles and finely chopped walnuts. What finally completed this wonderful creation was a perfect maraschino cherry, its red juice sending tiny streams down the whole mountain of dessert delight. The mixture of colors, textures, and flavors in this dessert appealed to every part of my senses. I could not wait to eat it. Okay, so what do you think of the two paragraphs? Which one could you visualize? Which one could you see in your mind? Which one could you smell? Which one could you almost taste because of the description? I don't know about you, but right now I'm hungry for a hot fudge sundae. Okay. I love when I say the comparisons, um, where it said it's red juice sending tiny streams down the whole mountain of dessert delight. So, can you picture the little stream of red juice going down the whipped cream and stuff? Okay, so they're comparing the red juice of the maraschino cherries to a tiny stream, and it helps you picture that. And it said the whole mountain. So, they're picturing this mountain of um, ice cream on top of the brownie. Okay. So some of it is adding just adjectives, right? Where it says magnificent, rich. Okay. And others are using verbs or comparisons, like the comparison of a tiny stream, or the verb of these scoops of ice cream were draped. Okay. Instead of just saying these scoops of ice cream had a magnificent, no, they were draped. Draped is like your curtains, they're draped over. So you can just, it's not just on top, it's like going all down the side. Okay. They were draped with the magnificent, rich, hot fudge sauce. Okay. Notice that it gave you, it used all of your senses. Okay. You could, it described what it looked like and all of that. So these, um, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But with all of, with using the different senses and describing every little part and using the, not just simple adjectives, but rich adjectives, um, it makes you want to have ice cream, right? You can picture it. And that's what we want you to do when you're writing is help your audience picture what you're describing. Because if your audience can picture it, then they will want to read more and they will enjoy what you're writing if they feel a part of what you're writing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you practice. I have this simple paragraph, okay? And the first thing I want you to do is highlight. Oh, first, I'm sorry. First of all, there is this same paragraph is in your Google Classroom. So you can do this on Google Classroom. Okay. The students at school are going to do it with paper and pencil, but you can do it on Google Classroom and you know how to highlight um, if you just hold it over this and then go up here to the highlight and then pick the color, it'll highlight it. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do is go through and highlight all of the adjectives in this paragraph. Okay. So there are adjectives here. The merry-go-round was right next to the lake. It had been there since before Mark was born. When his dad was young, his favorite thing to ride on the merry-go-round was the pirate ship. It was black. It had a big bench to sit on and a pole stuck right down the middle. Mark finished his ice cream while they waited for the pirate ship to open up. There was no point riding the merry-go-round if you had to sit on a boring horse. So, in this paragraph, this pirate ship on the merry-go-round is supposed to be so magnificent that Mark is going to wait to ride it, okay? Because he figures it's boring just to ride a horse. So it's worth waiting for. Well, when I read that paragraph, did that pirate ship seem worth waiting for? No. It said it was black and a big bench. Okay, the pool sec. I mean, it gave adjectives, but to me, that doesn't seem worth riding, or especially worth waiting for to ride. So, what I want you to do, first of all, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to highlight all of the adjectives in this paragraph. Okay. After that, you are going to come down here and you are going to rewrite this paragraph using the descriptive phrases, using more adjectives. You can add things to the pirate ship to make it more interesting, okay? Make it realistic, okay? Don't have it go off the merry-go-round, okay? Because that's not realistic. So um, within the realistic um, thing that you are riding a merry-go-round and you're sitting on this pirate ship, you can still add more things to it, but don't just add things, actually describe it. Okay. Um, this is just a practice. So just do your best with adding different descriptive phrases, making it more interesting. The part that I want you to concentrate on is the pirate ship. So the merry-go-round was right next to the lake. It had been there since Mark was born. When his dad was young, his favorite thing to ride on the merry-go-round was the pirate ship. Right there, you don't have to change. Okay. So this part right here, you don't have to change at all. You can keep it just the way it is. In fact, you don't even need to rewrite it. Just start rewriting when it comes to describing that pirate ship. Okay. And then, so do it down here. You can just click right there and you can just start typing. Okay. And then turn it in when you're done, and I will see what great creations you created there. Um, and make me want to really ride this merry-go-round. All right. Have fun with it.